Okay, the first stage of learning to use the GForce Swing Trainer will be developing your tempo. So you need to figure out if you've got a fast tempo, medium tempo or slow tempo, and everybody's tempo is different. But it's a known fact that a lot of research that was done on the tour, the professionals' tempo was 3-to-1, which basically means the backswing takes 3 times longer than the downswing. So you know, you could have a fast tempo, a sort of 1, 2, 3, 1, or you could have a slower tempo, like a 1, 2, 3, 1. And you've just got to find out which is the best one for you, because without tempo, you can't have rhythm. And when you look at all these top players, they have beautiful tempo, beautiful rhythm, and that's what a lot of the mid to high handicappers are struggling with. So a good drill to do, and obviously this flexible shaft is really going to help you out as well, because you'll feel when the swing is right, you'll feel when it's wrong, because the shaft will let you know. So what I tend to do with a lot of my students is I'll explain to them the 3-to-1 ratio, and then I'll get them to do a few slow swings to start with, almost sort of counting either in your head or aloud. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. And then, you know, we'll try obviously different tempos, maybe going a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. And it's really down to that student then to get a feel for their ideal tempo. And, you know, I relate to it like a lot of people, you know, for example, people who are in a fast moving job, you know, lots of energy, they're going to tend to have a much quicker tempo compared to somebody else who's got a bit more of a slower pace of life, you know, a little bit laid back like myself. We're going to have a slower tempo. But that doesn't mean the quicker tempo is going to, you know, generate more club head speed compared to the slower tempo. Because at the end of the day, it's all about, you know, the whole rhythm of the swing, the sequencing, which is going to give you the club head speed. So what I recommend you to do first of all with your swing trainer is start with the slow tempo, but swing continuously. So this is the drill. You're going to take your setup, and then from there, we're going to swing continuously back and forth around about 15 to 20 times. So I'll just show you this, counting as well. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. And so on for about, you know, 15 to 20 swings. The important thing about this drill is to make sure that it feels smooth and feels like it's flowing. Because when you first do it, you know, if your tempo is a little bit out, like a lot of you mid to high handicap golfers it is, you're going to find that when you go back maybe a bit too quick, you know, the shaft's going to react. It's going to let you know that your tempo is out, you're going back too fast, and then you're going to lose it coming back the other way. You're really going to struggle to create that continuous swing motion. So that's why I say start very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. And what really improves your tempo is how you rotate. And the biggest fault I see with the mid to high handicap golfers is when they swing the club, they don't rotate. You just tend to do a lot of work with the arms, which is no good. It's really important to get a good tempo, to turn your body out of the way on the backswing so the arms and club can swing back freely, and then as you're coming through, turn your body out of the way on the way through so your arms and club can swing through. So it's that 1, 2, 3, 1. So your body turns out of the way as you swing back, as you can see here. Arms and club swing back freely. Coming down, body turns out of the way. Coming through, arms and club swing freely. Compared to a swing where the body doesn't get out of the way, you can see how my arms get wrapped around me, and that's going to create a little bit too much load in the shaft going back and forth, and you're going to lose a lot of control over it. So start with that drill, get your tempo right to begin with, and then build it up from there. You know, you can try the slow tempo, medium, fast, see which one produces a better ball flight, but ultimately make sure the tempo that you choose feels right, feels smooth, You know, me for example, going a little bit too quick, I don't feel like I've got that control. I don't feel like I can do it. So somewhere just a couple of gears down, I can feel it then. And the great thing is when I swing properly with the GForce Swing Trainer, I don't feel the shaft doing much. Everything feels pretty stable. And that's the thing with it. When you're swinging properly, it feels like the shaft isn't doing much. It's staying fairly rigid. And I'll show you some slow motion swings shortly so you can see that in action. So work on, first of all, a good rotation. You know, a couple of drills, club on the shoulders. Feel the hips turning, shoulders turning back and through. So then the arms and club can swing freely. Get your rotation right to start with, and then start with your slow swings to begin with. Thanks for watching.